Quick disclaimer. Should we comment on the author of a fanfiction, we are simply using context clues based on the content of the fanfiction being read. These comments are speculative and not meant to be insulting or judgmental towards the author. Similarly, any statements or opinions read as part of the fanfictions do not necessarily represent the values of the hosts.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Pick a Fake. My name is Micah and with me is my good brother Jason. Jason, how are we doing today?
We have all heard of the hit 2000 movie Dungeons & Dragons, right?
Yeah.
Did you know there are 2 sequels to the hit 2000 movie Dungeons & Dragons?
No, I just know that the Nostalgia Critic, I think, reviewed the first, the 2000s
Did you
one.
know that there is also a cartoon from the 80s based on Dungeons & Dragons?
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Did you also know that there is a 2003 Choose Your Own Adventure CG DVD movie based on Dungeons & Dragons?
I didn't know about that.
In other words, I found out a lot about Dungeons & Dragons media today. I can't remember how. It was like I saw the show. I was like browsing Blu-ray.com, which I do like often, and I saw like the show and like a recommended of another thing I was looking at. I was like, there was a show based on D&D, and then it was like, well, what else was released based on D&D besides like the 2023 movie? And then I was reminded of the 2000 movie's existence, and it's like, oh, there's a trilogy. It's a trilogy of movies. The third one having only been released on like some random TV channel in America, and then the DVD in Europe. And then there was like a CG like Choose Your Own Adventure type movie on DVD where you could like actually kind of role play a little bit. I also found out that they put the 2 Dragon's Lair games on Blu-ray and kept the interactivity intact.
Oh, really?
Which is just like, why is the movie industry preserving video games better than the video game industry? I mean, that game specifically is fine, but a lot of those like light gun games or FMV games or anything with like slightly weird quirks about them, they just get like thrown off to the wayside.
I mean, arcade games, like sure, like the popular ones are preserved, but like there are just some really obscure arcades that just are the only way you can play them is a cabinet, and it's like a good chance that they're all probably destroyed. Like, to me that's weird, but yeah. There wasn't like a recent D&D movie.
Well, 2023 is.
Okay, yeah, 2023.
Honor Among Thieves.
Wasn't that good? I think people said that was good.
I thought people said it was like, it was like campy in a good way. If I remember correctly. Yeah. This is the stupid. By the way, the animation on the 80s show was done by Toei. Toei Animation.
Oh.
It's not an anime. It was produced by America.
Yeah.
But it was animated by Japanese people. So
I mean, like, the 80s D&D, I would be surprised if there wasn't one. Honestly, it probably still looks like crap because it was probably like rushed just to meet with the hype.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, like the one screenshot, bid crushed, garbagely compressed screenshot on Wikipedia, like, it looks okay.
I bet you could say that with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show if you just see a screenshot.
It's like 240p. Like I can barely see it.
But when you actually watch it, it's like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, it's animation and motion is very different than animation in a stilled image. But I just thought it was interesting that like it never finished. They'd started writing the finale, but it was canceled before. But that's another thing. The physical editions, like, they released them all episodes individually in volumes. Mm-hmm. And then they did a complete series with, like, a radio drama version of the unaired final episode. So, like...
Oh, yeah.
They didn't animate it, but they voiced it, basically.
Like, the Doctor Who thing where they just, like...
Because there's a script, and, like, the writer had released the script publicly. And then there is a reprint, the one you can buy on Amazon now, where they don't have the radio drama, but you could watch a fan animated version that uses the radio drama audio and just like kind of cuts up animation from YouTube poops it, like uses pre-existing animation from the show to like animate it, quote unquote. So it's like I'm just like, I just want to watch the show. This looks goofy.
It's better than nothing.
The idea of a D&D anything that isn't a game is just so funny to me.
Yeah.
And then they try to make interactive movies sometimes, and that's also really funny to me. And these characters, like, this must have been a beloved show, because I was reading how these characters have appeared in multiple other D&D things. Like, they have cameos in the 2023 movie, like actors playing as them in like the background.
Mm-hmm.
They've like appeared. They had like a couple cards based on them. Like, what was it? Okay, there was a board game in this universe. That's what it was. Wizards of the Coast released Secret Lair set for Magic the Gathering based on the animated series. So because Wizards of the Coast owns D&D, so they also released Magic cards based on the show. So it's like, it's still in the popular culture, and they have a live stream, like a live stream channel that will occasionally just re-air episodes on like Twitch, I think. So
that's like really fun.
It's weird because this looks like lost media. Like, you look at this, and it's just like, there's no way they ever re-release the Dungeons and Dragons TV show, but they did multiple times in official manners. So it's like, anyway, that's what I found out.
Yeah, it was like, kind of reminds me of
LJN
like that.
did the toy line too, by the way.
It kind of reminds me of like in what we talked about that last episode, how fans kind of like halfly recreated it. It's like, I know that like there's like a Dragon Ball special that was like only it was only a Japanese dub, but then like fans kind of like redubbed it. And like, you did like the minor like editing that you need to when you do like an English dub, because of like so and then
the lip flaps correct.
Yeah, and then people were just like, oh my gosh, like why not just listen to the original? Why not listen to a sub and stuff? Why not? And it's just like come on, like just
why did you make a cool thing, man?
Exactly,
Your cool thing
like
sucks.
And like the voices were like good, you know. It like they weren't bad. I mean, like they weren't like major characters. They were just like, I forget what the special was called. It was like it was about like Goku's father and stuff, and it was actually like really cool. But yeah, like that's just what it kind of like reminds me of. But in terms of what I've been doing today, it's just been playing Mario Kart DS. I strangely addicted to that right now. I don't know why. I got like I got the DS Pico flash card, so I've just been kind of fooling around with that. And it's good, except when it crashes and doesn't decide to boot.
Great.
Still better than the R4 card, honestly, because I don't have to worry about it just not working after a period of time, or like the kernel being corrupted every 3 months. So that's been fun. Otherwise, I'm slowly making progress on Paper Mario. A lot of Mario games this year so far, I've noticed.
It's the Mario Galaxy year.
Yeah, we're gonna see tonight.
We're seeing tonight.
I can't wait to smuggle candy into the theater.
It's not really smuggling. The people, everyone knows
it's just, but yeah, but you know, it's like,
but you still feel illegal.
You get that, you get that, like, you know, dopamine like effect when you get through. You're like, I did it. It's like the closest thing I'm ever gonna get to like shoplifting, you know.
Even though it's the opposite, because you're bringing.
Yeah, you're bringing
it's contraband. Yeah, we're seeing that tonight. Well, let's see. I did finish Resistance: Fall of Man. Garbage, trash video game. Get it out of here. With that being said, excited to play the sequel.
It was like me with Killzone. I was just like, this game sucks. Can't wait to play the sequel.
Can't wait to play the sequel. My friend who's played them all, he said they get better. So hopefully that means they actually get better, and not just like, oh, for a PS3 game standards.
People said that with Killzone, and like the second game was better, but then the third game was just like not good, and then like they fumbled it. They fumbled it on the third game, and then Shadowfall is the worst one. I actually think Shadowfall is worse than the first Killzone game. I mean, the worst one is a PSP game. That one is just awful across all fronts. But yeah, like, no, I'm excited. I watched you play Resistance, and that was a time, man.
It's a combination of like infrequent checkpoints with terrible health system with bullet spongy enemies and overwhelming numbers. It's like they think your character is Master Chief, so they designed the game around you being Master Chief. That's what it feels like. And it's hard to not feel that way with this era of shooters where everyone's just trying to make the next Halo, but like it's not even like cool either. Like it was at first, but then as the game went on, it's just like, oh, it's one of these stories. Okay, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then like the whole story is just narrated by some woman that you see like maybe twice in the whole game, and it's like this is like the most boring way to present your story, is just having someone tell it to you with still images flashing. Like, I want to see this story. Why can't I see it? I'm the guy you're telling the story about. I am literally the protagonist of the game and the story that the lady in the game is trying to tell. But I can't experience that story for myself. I have to get it told to me, even though I'm the character.
Right.
It's frustrating. Like, it's not... Like, that came out the same year as Halo 3, so there's no excuse.
Yeah, it's just like, like, it wouldn't have gotten a sequel if it wasn't made by Insomniac.
If it wasn't made by Sony and Insomniac, then it was an exclusive, and people were just like, oh, dude, imagine being the guy who chose a PS3 because of Resistance, even though, like I said, Halo 3 came out that same year. All of their friends are just like, yo, gonna hop on Halo? And he's like, I have Resistance full of man.
It's the feeling of one was saying where just like, oh, I like you buy a PS3 at launch. And like at launch there was like Uncharted, and like that was it. Like in terms of like
sounds like a PS5. I mean
and so it's like when you hear like, oh, there's like a Sony FPS exclusive made by Insomniac, or it's just like you're gonna pick it up because you got nothing else. It's like the Switch 2, honestly, more
it's like any modern console on it.
It's just like, yeah, it just the drip feeding content where it's like you have to buy it not because you want to, but because there's nothing else. You finish all the games already on your system, so I have that issue with the Switch 2 right now. It's just like I'm not really interested in I wasn't interested in Kirby Air Riders or Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, but it's like
that's where we differ.
I
really want Yoshi.
But like I want to get them just because I have something, just so I'll have something else to play on my Switch too.
Well, hey, Bubsy 40 comes out the same week as Yoshi.
I haven't played the other Bubsy games.
I have the collection. You don't have an excuse anymore.
I am gonna play them. It's a SNES. Do you think Bubsy's more SNES or Genesis?
I've always associated with the Genesis.
I think it's Genesis too, yeah, because it's just like
the soundtrack is way funnier on the Genesis. I think that's why.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I do want to note, I'm not. The final thing I wanted to say about Resistance was that the PS3 controller is not good for shooters.
No, it's not.
The DualShock 4 and then the DualSense are way better, just in general, but also for shooters. Just they got slightly bigger, so you're not like cramping up while you're trying to play the game. It's good for
platformers. I love it for
and you don't have to really
3D.
use the shoulder buttons too much. But in a shooter, you're constant like. The way you have to claw at the controller, like keeping your fingers at the top, that starts to cramp up my hand after like an hour or so.
Yeah, like Sonic Generations is actually nice on the PS3 because it's like you have the D-pad for the 2D section, which is like more comfortable, but then you have the 3D section.
And the stick is smoother. Like the PS3 sticks feel smoother than the 360 ones, like in movement. But I rather have the convex like shape of the 360 ones where your fingers rest inside them, because like man, slipping inside and everywhere. My thumbs were slipping off. That stupid
it's
thing.
So annoying. Yeah, and then like the replacements never feel as good. You have to get OEM ones, which are like 3 times more expensive.
But anyway, this is a fanfiction.
This is a fanfiction podcast.
You have a fanfiction for me.
I do. Yes, I do.
I've heard good things about it.
Good things. Yes, very.
Am I allowed to click on it now?
Yes, you are, and read it to the audience.
Hold on. It has to reload the tab because I've been off of it for so long. This is called Speed. I Am Speed. This picture. Speed, I Am Speed by FlowerofAdversity. Their picture is just a very blurry image of a rose in snow. Description. Note, a Cars fanfic, Cars is in quotes, Major movie spoilers here. If you haven't seen the film, don't read this fanfiction, please. I wouldn't want to ruin the film. This story speaks of Lightning McQueen's birth and how he had been born with a silver engine. This is rated K+. Genre is romance/adventure. Just under 3,000 words with 9 favorites. Published June 17th, 2006.
Okay, when did the Cars release? May. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. So looks like June 9th. So this was June 7th. Okay, so this is like literally like
Days later.
Just days after the movie release in theaters, man. And we've already talked about how like our history with Cars. You know, I mean, talking about our Disney marathon and stuff. Like my history of Cars, I love Cars as a kid. You liked Cars, but not as much as me. I, for some reason, really liked Cars. I grew up with the video game, and
I like the video game more than you, I think.
Yeah. I think
I was a Cars video game kid. You were a Cars.
I tried to replay the video game like multiple times, and I just get so bored of
classic.
it.
You need to shut up.
I don't know. I just get so bored. And
you don't like racing and nothing but racing.
It just
racing.
Like no. There's not like a good direction. Like you don't know where to go next. There's like
See, that's the good game. That's that good classic game design where they just throw you in with these are the modern gamers with their tutorials and their arrows.
Like we're literally playing Cars 2, the video game right now, together in multiplayer. I am freaking no. We need one more mission left.
Oh, right. One that we somehow managed to skip, but we're basically done.
I am addicted to that. I cannot wait till the next time we play it, even though it's so, like, okay. I don't know. There's something about it that is...
You can just side bash into cars.
So
every time we start a race... Micah forgets you can do that, but I don't, so I just bash into him at the start of every single race. It doesn't do a single thing.
It doesn't
do anything at all. In fact, it slows you down and speeds the other guy up. That's what it seems to do for me. But you can just do that. You can just side bash everyone. You can blow everyone up with your weapons. You have a boost that kind of sucks to control.
Yeah. Drifting is just weird. Like
drifting doesn't make it's like it works 90% of the time, and then sometimes it's like no.
They do the Forza thing where it has arrows to like tell you where to drift to give you more boost, but like
right. That's just to give you more boost.
But then it doesn't give you an advantage then, because then it wants you to go further out on like the turn.
That's the trade-off. You either do a tighter turn and get less boost, or you do the wider turn and get more boost.
But the drift sucks already, so it's just like
so you do the wider one anyway.
Yeah. It's a weird game, but I was like, you can unlock like weird skins of like characters, like there's like carbon fiber Lightning McQueen and stuff. Like
you can get radiator lightning.
Yeah, like it's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah, this is
you can download the Queen for free.
Even though she doesn't show up on our Xbox, I don't know why.
She doesn't show up, but she's downloaded.
She's there.
She's in the files. Like you can go into the character view screen and see her there, but you can't pick her as a character in the story, at least.
Yeah, it's so weird. But this is before all of that. This is literally like
no Cars 2, no Cars tunes.
Yeah, no
planes fire and rescue. This
is as pure as it's gonna get.
All right, I think we should get into this.
Yeah. So, I think there's like 3 names that are just really hard to pronounce. Otherwise, yeah. Seems pretty professional. So, let's get into it. Let's get into Speed. I Am Speed by FlowerofAdversity. Note.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I think the top line, like 2 lines, was used as the description. Just letting you know, because it's literally copy and paste.
Well, that's how they. Yeah,
I'm just letting the audience know we're not rereading the description. We're reading the fanfiction now.
Right. Okay. Now, note: a Cars in quotes fanfiction Major movie spoilers here. If you haven't seen the film, don't read this fan fiction. Please, I wouldn't want to ruin the film. The story speaks of Lightning McQueen's birth and how he has been born with a silver engine, blessed with all the luck a car could ever dream of. It also tells a new story, the story of a gorgeous Ferrari by the name of Carmen, who is a model who longs to be a circuit racer someday. She wants to make it to the big time so she can make the trip to America, finding herself in Radiator Springs from there. She meets all of the cars who have seen Radiator Springs evolve through time and how it is regaining its former glory. She becomes acquainted with Luigi and starts to fall in love.
Are you giving me the Owen Wilson honor?
Yeah, dude, there's not much dialogue here.
Okay. Float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer.
Lightning McQueen.
They don't even say, they just give the name of the person talking at the end of the quote. I create feelings in others that they sometimes cannot understand.
Lightning McQueen. Now we're into chapter 1. In the beginning.
What kind of feelings do you create, Lightning?
What? Before cars even existed, the manufacturer had created all that is, and all that was, and all that ever will be. But he wanted to create something in his image, so he created the magnificent automobile. Since that time, and the events that happened from the days of the Model T to the time of the newest models in our history, cars have roamed this little planet we know as Earth. While many strive for greatness, only few are born into it or thrust heading into its path. Such was the destiny of Lightning McQueen, as the tarot
cards, like Amy Rose.
Oh yeah, of course, like Amy Rose, yes.
Classic trait.
As the tarot readers had predicted for his parents, he would be born with a silver engine and blessed with more luck than he could shake a windshield wiper at. His parents, racing legend Stormy McQueen, and his mother Rhea, were expecting their first little one and were anxious.
I just want to say, I want an in-depth, detailed graphic description of the birthing process.
We might get it. Who knows?
It's rated K+, so no, but at least I hope not. That would be a little concerning.
We're stopping it. I'm not telling you. We're stopping it if it comes to that. From the instant Lightning's wheels hit the ground, he had been born to race. His parents spoiled him and practically catered to his every whim, but soon he had been taken from the loving care of his parents and placed into the rough and tumble world of racing. It took him many years until he had become a household name, despite being a rookie. Then, one day, his world had been completely shaken with a group of hotshot street racers took his friend Mac on the freeway and lost himself in the dangerous territory. He found himself in an entirely new place that he wasn't used to, and at first, he considered it hillbilly hell. But when he met Sally, the petrol was darker and richer in the other pumpers' station, so to say. Sucks. Oh, so bad. Needless to say, Lightning has continued to live a pleasant life, and he had been able to get in contact with his parents, letting them know he had never forgotten them. In fact, he had a special place reserved for them in Radiator Springs, a sort of retirement home for nostalgia.
What's a retirement home for nostalgia?
I guess a retirement home that's foreign.
Is it just like what era were you born in, and you say it, and then you just make your room look like that?
I'd suck,
like if you went to a retirement home for nostalgia, they'd be like, oh, here's like a poster of like, I don't know, The Matrix, and like it's a poster of like Sonic Adventure 2, and then there's like a GameCube in the corner, but it's not. It's hooked up to like a 4K TV, so it's not even nostalgic.
Yeah, I because the Radiator Springs is old, so it's nostalgic, I guess. I don't know.
A retirement home for nostalgia doesn't make any sense.
The Springs had since been given new life, and more cars were coming into them in order to live. He had come there to visit Sally once again, and he was hoping that he could stay there with her forever, despite how many piston cups there were to come in the future. All right, that's chapter 1. Jason, what do you think of chapter 1?
Then why isn't it for nostalgia? No, I think it's really annoying because it's making me question all of the logic of the Cars universe, which is the biggest mistake all of the Cars follow-ups have done. Every new addition to the Cars lore means more time for me to think about the Cars lore, and that's not something you want. You don't want your audience to question how and why anything happens ever.
Mm-hmm.
And this fanfiction is just going with it. So that's the entire point of it. Just like, oh yeah, it's like all these like what did he say? Shake a headlight at or whatever.
Yeah, wiping the windshield. What
I don't want to think of Lightning's birth. I don't want to think of the birth of a car.
The one with a silver engine. That explains everything, Jason.
Although we do find out later, was it planes? I think where like they are manufactured, like they are created in a factory. That is confirmed in the Cars lore. Again, that's why you don't want more Cars lore, because now I'm thinking about this.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Cars 3, man. Cars 3 is going to be so like normal again. Hopefully, maybe.
It has Nathan Fillion. That's all. I'm just excited for Nathan Fillion, honestly.
Nathan Fillion should be in more movies.
Oh, I think so. He's really good. All right, well, now forget about Lightning, because now Chapter 2 is Carmen follows her lifelong dream. Carmen has been born into a large family of wealthy Ferraris, just like her father, Gussip.
Gussipy?
Because I
don't know what that is.
I looked. Oh yeah, you can't highlight words in fanfiction.net. I looked it up before, and I already forgot how to pronounce it. Hold on. Gussip. Yeah, we're just gonna do Gussip. Gussip. Yeah, it's Italian. Don't blame us.
Blame the Italians for their funny names.
She wanted to be a race car driver, but like her mother, she had become a model. Her brothers were huge in the racing circuit, and they lived for speed. They were born to be winners, and even if they didn't win, there were always girls around them, practically worshipping him. As for her sisters, they had become mechanics despite the fact that being a mechanic was a man's job.
These aren't men. These are cars.
Carmen's youngest sister, Angela, has been longing to be a part of Carmen's pit crew, but had always been stuck changing her elder brother's tires. Despite that, That's
disgusting.
She loved her families immensely, but looked up to Carmen the most. She believed in her, living for her dream, no matter how personalistic racing it was in Italy. She wanted to be a racer like her brothers, but she also wanted to travel to America, land of opportunity. She dreamed about being a race circuit there. She had told her mother she no longer wanted to be a model, and the countless affection of many wealthy and chauvinistic I also looked at this word up too, and I forgot how to pronounce it.
Chauvinistic?
It's pretty much like I remember the definition. I now can't think of it.
Hold on, dictionary.com.
It's like
a chauvinist.
Yeah.
A person who is aggressively and blindly patriotic.
What?
Or a person who believes one gender is superior to the other.
Yeah, okay. That's a definition that
America.
Yeah, America. And American Lamborghini. She told her mama Gina and Papa Gussip what she wanted to do, and they supported her.
Oh, this is the father, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Bandina, you always have a home back in Italia. Never forget. Also know that we love you, and please take care of little Angela. She too wants to live the American dream. I apologize to all Italians.
That sounded like the Hotel Transylvania.
It went into Hotel Transylvania. That's why I'm saying.
Her father said, kissing her cheek before a boat took her to America. That is weird. While Carmen was on the boat.
That's normal Italian culture. You kiss the cheeks.
Their cars.
Okay, yeah, right.
It's just weird because they're cars.
Where's the cheeks? The headlights?
I don't know.
Or is it the side next to the tire, which I assume is their feet, which is why I thought it was gross that the sister was changing her brother's feet. This is why you don't make me think about this stuff.
While Carmen was on the boat, many vehicles had recognized her at as the most famous model in automotive history. She loved being gawked at, let alone being reminded of how gorgeous she was, or the guys old enough to be her creator asking her to have their children. Such comments made her roll her chocolate eyes with contempt.
I hate that.
She was going to America to escape this kind of nonsense, but she had to realize that this sort of thing was always going to be a part of her existence. Instead of abhorring what she had to endure, she simply smiled, knowing she would be in America soon. She was never expecting that she would find romance either, but her life was about to be transformed immensely. All right, chapter 3. Jason, what do you think of chapter 2?
Cars can get impregnated.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Let's move on.
Chapter 3, tragedy turned triumph. While Carmen and Angela arrived, they came to America. They were driving around idly until they came upon the nostalgic Route 66.
Is that where the retirement home is? The
nostalgic
Route 66?
So wait, did they just get where did they land though?
Do they not know what nostalgic means?
Well, it's 2006, so I don't think the nostalgic critic was a thing yet.
Nostalgic critic, well, I mean, so I think he was guywithglasses.com at this point.
Yeah, so nobody knew what the word nostalgia meant, so it was just kind of like a fun word to throw around.
Nobody knew yet.
She had heard about the famous eraser Lightning McQueen and the renovation he had done for this whimsical place.
So they're on a boat, and then she drove from New York all the way to
okay, I was just gonna ask that, where did they land? Where did they port?
If it's Italy, it would be the East Coast somewhere, New York or Boston or something like that.
Well, doesn't Route 66 go across the country? So
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I'm doing too much research. This is too long.
Wikipedia, give me something. Route 60, U.S. Route 66 was one of the original highways. That's why it's nostalgic. It was one of the original highways, established in 26. The highway ran from Chicago, Illinois, through Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona before terminating in Santa Monica. So, Micah, they had to drive to Chicago
from New York to Chicago.
Or I guess they could have gone on in Oklahoma if they're going if they landed more south. But what? What is driving all the way down? Because I assume that Radiator Springs is supposed to be in Arizona somewhere. I've always just kind of assumed that.
Yeah, they never say, do they? I mean, it's probably on the wiki, but I don't care anymore.
They mention cars in the Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, I did read the Wikipedia of Route 66, and I noticed that. I'm hey, that's funny. She had also heard rumors that there was a circuit being built there, but it wasn't finished yet. She could have sworn that she had caught this from a reliable source, but then she realized it was merely a tabloid magazine that she had read it, and never to trust the information in one of those campy publications ever again. She was saddened, but she didn't cry. It wasn't like her to cry, especially for ridiculous reasons.
Freaking Sonic 06 over here, okay.
Carmen was exhausted and her tires needed to be filled. There was a quaint place called Casa della Tires in this lovely place she had just arrived called Radiator Springs. She would stop for gas first, get her tires changed, and sleep in the cozy cone for the night. She met Flo, Ramon, Doc, and everyone else that lived in Radiator Springs. The only cars that knew who she was were Lightning and Sally. It was refreshing. However, there weren't after autographs or photos, nor for gathering the paparazzi into the little town to bring the town more publicity. No, these automobiles were tried and true machines, and she could sense that. She felt normal for once in her existence.
I like how when you're struggling, you have to do the Donald Trump hand motions. You have to make sure you're reading.
It's just when there's a lot of little words is when I get conjwambled in my brain.
Conjwambled? I'm adding that to the list of our little dictionary.
Conjwambled. Okay. I pulled that up.
Where is it? Okay, here it is. Google Drive is so slow. Official Pick-a-Fic dictionary.
Conjwambled. It means like okay, so like
CONJ.
yeah. Yep, J. I'm feeling a J.
UAMBLED. Conjwambled. Is that good?
Yeah, and
it capitalized it for me.
Yeah, and it means like I mean, what would you describe like alphabet soup? Like being like
that's
like
the
being
definition. Alphabet soup.
Okay, yeah, because that's what it.
Conjwambled.
That's what it's like.
Alphabet to me. Soup.
After getting
right under Tord. Tord and Scarly.
After getting filled up and making new friends, she and Angela went over to Luigi's Casa della Tires.
Do I have to do another Italian accent?
Yes, don't worry. I will do the other one.
Okay. Buonasera, senorita. I need you to... I see you need a tire change. Should I just be Hotel Transylvania again?
Yep.
You have come a long way. No worries. Luigi and Guido will fix you up.
Luigi said, "Pit stop." Guido responded in
the
typical
other one. Wow.
upbeat
So
fashion. The sisters didn't realize how quickly the change would take, but in an instant, Carmen had new tires and it felt magnificent. "Thank you so kindly, Luigi," Carmen stated, almost sensing herself flush lightly. She had never been treated so tenderly before by a man. It was something she wasn't used to. However, she felt that falling in love so quickly was foolish. She and Angela left Casa completely giddy. They couldn't stop talking about how wonderful they felt or how splendidly they had been treated.
Wait, you were Carmen.
Yeah.
But what about your dream to become a famous racer?
Angela questioned while they were getting ready to get some rest for the night. "I think it is still possible. I'm going to see for myself that if that circuit exists with a little demonstration, I think I can make this dream come true." I'm getting rid of the Italian accent. "Hopefully Mama and Papa will be able to see it, and the whole family will know dreams are possible," Carmen said, hopefully, as she shut her eyes. All the while, the sweet sound of Luigi's and melodious singing from before had placed her in an euphoria that she could only describe in one Italian phrasing: bellissimo. Jason, what do you think of chapter 3?
I don't like it.
What are you talking about?
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like car romance. Okay?
What do you mean? Cars 1 had cars romance.
Cars 1 had like mild flirting.
Why can't this have car romance?
Cars 1 had mild flirting and like a single date, and that was it. And it was like they weren't like tenderly caring for each other or whatever.
And they just spoke 2 sentences, and that's too much for you. That's too much.
No.
That's when they crossed the line.
Because it's just like she had never been so treated so tenderly before. He did his job. Like, he's freaking ripping her tires off and shoving new ones on. Like, shut up. I hate that type of writing. I hate it.
Chapter 4, Why Love Me Under Sophia. The next day, Carmen and Angela were singing "O So Moes," a duet, and Luigi and Guido awoke to the glorious melody of their singing. Luigi had decreed it. He thought there had been angels visiting and was surprised that Carmen had such a sensational voice, but not to be biased. She was Italian, and more than likely she had had plenty of cultural influence since her creation. Guido saw Angela with her and gestured that he wished to see her.
Go ahead. Go. I can't sound like Luigi, dude. I shouldn't even try. Go ahead. Go talk to her. I'll see what Miss Carmen's agenda is for the day,
Luigi said, driving forth to meet her halfway. Buongiorno. What? Do you know what that word?
Buongiorno? If I had to guess.
Buongiorno, Carmen said joyfully.
All the same to you, senorita. What is it that you're doing today?
Luigi questioned curiously. I wanted to see if those rumors about the circuit were true. Besides, there is something I wish to tell you there. If it doesn't need it exist. If it does indeed exist. Oh, if it does indeed exist, Carmen said, her cheeks flushing slightly.
How? I want you to explain how you
Heat.
think her cheeks flush.
Heat.
How do you think metal blushes? How does metal blush?
Heat.
So you think it's like they put pipes in the cheeks so that they can blush? Like it just spews hot metal or not hot metal. It spews hot gas or something so that metal warms up. How do you see it under the paint though?
I just think it's heat.
Heat that makes paint turn red. As a blush.
Well, no, because it gets so hot, it turns red.
But how? They're cars.
They're still like it has organs, I guess, and cells. I don't know. That.
It does exist. It's still under construction, mind you, but one day Radiator Springs will have an annual race here just like in the big city. Luigi didn't even know that Carmen was a famous model. There's no end quotes, by the way, that's why I'm still reading.
All right.
And that to her was a welcome change. Luigi's saying all of this. Just like with the other cars, she felt like a normal automobile, and that is all that she truly longed for. She was beginning to discover what true happiness was all about, and she was about to confess her love to Luigi. If it was meant to be, she would find even more elation. ... But if not, that was fine as well. They never ended the quotations, so Luigi said all of that.
Luigi took Carmen to the start. She could see it was nearly finished, and still it had some construction underway, but for the most part, it had been complete. Is it done or is it not done? What?
It's still in some construction, but it was almost complete, but it was basically complete, but it was still not done.
It was a thing of beauty, a masterpiece, and feast for the eyes. It almost brought Carmen to tears, but like before, she didn't cry in the presence of others. Oh, I cannot wait till this is complete. I would love to race here. I have never raced, but I know I have the potential to run it at an impressive speed. After all, I am a Ferrari, Carmen said, smiling elegantly.
Luigi has no doubt that you can follow your dream. I'll cheer for you as you race. Amisa mia?
Luigi said, patting her on the shoulder. How? Carmen couldn't help.
He has the arm.
Yeah,
the forklift arms or whatever.
No, this is.
Oh no, Luigi doesn't have those. Wait,
Luigi's a Fiat.
Hold on. What?
Luigi's a Fiat, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was mistaken.
I guess like
I'm used to watching Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue where every
car's a forklift.
It's a forklift.
Yeah, it sucks.
So they can use hands in the animation.
Carmen couldn't help but flush again. Luigi's touch was firm yet gentle, and it gave her momentary shivers of delight. She tried not to giggle, yet the sound came from her mouth without her truly knowing she laughed.
What is it you wish to tell me, Carmen?
Luigi then said, his hazel eyes focused directly on Carmen's chocolate gaze. I know this is a bit sudden and perhaps maybe a bit bold and forward of me, but since the moment I saw you, I have fallen hopelessly in love with you. I could sing 1,000 ballads to you and never tire. I want to Oh, that's good. I want to shout it from the highest precipice?
Why are you going to
I
a
love
precipice,
you, Carmen said, nearly shouting the last 3 words. If anyone heard it, it real didn't matter. She didn't mind if other people knew about her deep passion that had overcome her. I think this podcast is going to take 3 years off of my life.
Why love me? I'm just a Fiat. It is foolishness.
Luigi answered, flushing a little himself.
How?
I cannot explain it, Luigi. I simply love you. You have treated me like a princess, like I truly matter. You look beyond my exterior and saw my soul, Carmen said. There wasn't much more said because Luigi had begun to start driving away slowly, but she followed him. She wanted to know him better. She had feared that perhaps she had scared him, but what he was doing was merely giving chase. Where the chase would end, no one really knew. Meanwhile, at the mountaintop, Angela and Guido were catching their breath.
Dead sex.
Pit stop. Guido said, his breath returning.
Yes, and I can see exactly why. The view here is absolutely stunning. Thank you for taking me here.
Angela added, inching close to Guido's side. Bellissimo, Guido said, looking directly at Angela. He gently moved it in for a kiss on the cheek, and she turned to face him, joining her lips with his. Ah, yes! Romance was definitely in the air. All right, that was the end of chapter 4. Jason, what do you think of chapter 4?
The sex keep going.
Chapter 5, always waiting with a kiss. Amor mio. In the future, the circuit had been completed.
In the future.
And Luigi had been staying by Carmen's side as she trained herself. She was prepared, knowing the extent of her talent and how far she could push herself. Luigi would be the official flag waver of the upcoming Radiator Springs race, which wasn't officially to be a cup race yet, and told her that at the end of the race, no matter what the outcome, he would always be waiting for a kiss for her. That was more than enough to motivate her. By the time the race day had arrived, Carmen's oil pressure was high and revving loudly within her. She could barely control her excitement. Her opponents were other European cars that had come to Radiator Springs to test their mettle. Their metal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the other metal.
Ah, okay.
The internal.
The internal metal.
Drive. Or
is that
what
why?
Does it actually mean? Like, I know what it means, but I don't know the.
Is that why blood tastes like iron?
Yeah.
Because you have
courage
metal.
and fortitude, or disposition or temperament.
It was a fair and swift competition, covered by all local television stations with a bit of endorsement. Someday, the race would be a major attraction, but for the time being, the race was entertaining in its current form. What does that mean? I have no idea. Carmen continued gunning for first place, and with rookie's luck, won the prize. There had been one car that popped her tire near the end, but she got her and pushed her to the finish. That Mazda named Akane thanked Carmen for helping her out.
Seems I'm not so good yet.
Akane said, still a little sad from her loss. Don't worry about it, Akane. You'll be better in time. Just keep practicing. Remember, it's only a race, and it's about the thrill of speed, not the race itself. Car said, patting her new friend on the shoulder. How?
You're absolutely right. Arigato Tamagotchi.
Kane said after getting a quick tire change from Angela. Then she sped away and joined her company of her brothers, Miyamoto. Shiggy's here! Shiggy's Dude, I hope he's the only human. He's just the
regular human. Shigeru Miyamoto is the brother of this random car.
Carmen knew winning wasn't the most important factor because she was always a winner in her own right. There were other cars that didn't realize this yet, but some brands were simply more stubborn and full of themselves than others.
That's racism.
Whatever the event or whatever happened, she had her friends that believed in her and continued to cheer her on. And she also had the endearing love and encouragement of her amor, Luigi, who indeed always waited for her with a kiss. Or a myriad of kisses. Alright, that was chapter 5, Jason. What do you think of chapter 5?
Let's keep going.
This is the epilogue.
We're almost done.
Soon, the Radiator Springs race became the Radiator Springs Cup and was more well known among racers than it had been in the past.
Great. That's great to know.
It still wasn't the Piston Cup, but it didn't matter. Every race, Dog took the lead as the official pacer car. I was his honor to be a part of something so monumentous because it made him feel young again. Truly, he had never really aged. He had regained his youth once more and still had pep left within him.
Do they know?
Carmen told her parents via postcard what she had been doing, and they wanted to come and see her right away. Her brothers were very proud of her. They had even given her best wishes during her upcoming marriage ceremony. Never had they seen her so radiant and euphoric in the time they had let her go to pursue her heart's desire. The daunting parents, right? The doting parents realized they had made the correct decision, and they grew to love Luigi despite his quirks. Besides, Luigi was a 5-star chef and couldn't cook anything.
I know, I like that better. He's a 5-star chef and he can't cook anything, dude. He has no idea.
And he could. This is taking 3 minutes off of my life. And could cook dude. Yes, Micah. And could cook anything.
Just like Mama used to make.
Or bake some of the tastiest torts one had ever sampled in their lives. It was like having a private gourmet restaurant right in their own backyard. Truly, she had been blessed 1,000 times over.
God.
Carmen was soon blessed with triplets.
Ow.
And so they kept she and Luigi busy. She still had time to race. Guido and Angela too had been planning on getting married, but hadn't done so yet. They were going to wait for a year before they settled down, but they were also a blissful couple. Carmen couldn't be happier for her little sister, and she accepted Guido into the family as a brother she never knew she had. It was as if it had been meant to be, since they had all encountered one another. All had become the glorious fairy tale ending she could have only dreamed of. Only 10,000 times better. The end. June 17th, 2006. And that was Speed, I Am Speed by Flower of Adversity.
You've made yourself an enemy in me.
Oh, come on. I thought I was having fun in the middle of it.
I did some weird. Okay, hold on. So you know how like the touchpad on a laptop has like gestures you can do that you don't use? I was scrolling and a third finger accidentally touched it, and then the entire thing went to desktop, and I got really scared for a second. Yeah, dude. Whoa. Dude,
wait. You can like what?
Use 3 fingers down, and then it like goes, and then it go back up, and then it brings.
Oh, I'm never gonna use that, but nice.
Me neither. It's like an iPad. Anyway, this is aggressively wholesome to an annoying a fault. It is too good. There's no conflict. The only conflict is sexism that lasts for like 2 paragraphs. But then as soon as she gets off the boat, teleports to Radiator Springs, it's like, oh, it's so lovely. Oh my gosh, so wholesome, cute, fun. Wow. And then it's like, shut up. I don't care. I don't care that your OC is getting just love poured out on them. Like, I hate this time. I would rather read "Oh, you touch my squad a la" again, because at least you know what you're getting, and it's not trying to be serious. This, on the other hand, is like, oh my gosh, shut up! All the stupid car things. That's more of a fault of the subject.
Yeah.
The movie this is based on, but like. I don't want to know that they can have sex and give birth to triplets. That's disgusting,
dude. That's mostly why I picked this fanfiction. I'm not like I did read the last paragraph, and I was like, what?
Where and like come out of? Pop out of the trunk.
Honestly, like
But what about race cars that don't have trunks? You ever think of that? It doesn't make sense.
I got hooked because it said that this was about Lightning McQueen's birth, but it was only like the first chapter.
About that. Yeah, it wasn't about his birth.
He
at
doesn't
all.
even show. This was false advertising.
He has 2 lines, and one of them is, "I create feelings in others that they themselves cannot understand."
What? No, I hate it, but I love it. Like, this is so, like this is fan fiction, dude. This is fan fiction.
And that's the problem, is that...
like, I want to see how crazy it kept getting, and it kept getting crazier. It kept getting more stupid, and I love that. Like, by the way, also, what major spoilers? Like what? Okay, like...
They mentioned that Radiator Springs was getting its former glory back.
Yeah.
But it's like... I mean, yeah, that is a spoiler, but not like a major spoiler that will ruin the movie.
Yeah, it says I wouldn't want to ruin the film. Like, what else? Like, it says
that
like
was it.
Lightning and Sally get together, I guess, but
couldn't have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Dude, they don't know Doc dies.
Also, literally the most recent fan fiction from 2016 is a crossover between Knights and Klonoa.
Saving this. Dreamer's Ball.
Yeah, it look like what?
I'm saving this. It's going on the list.
Oh yeah. So dude, we totally dropped the rating, didn't we? Are we even gonna do the ratings anymore?
That's funny because as I have been re-listening to, starting at the beginning, to our old fan fictions, and we had like a rating system where we would rate on a cringe scale 1 to 5 and then overall scale 1 to 5.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like it. I'm glad we stopped doing it.
All right.
Because I like it way better. Like, how are you supposed to rate this? Like,
yeah.
Like I said, I hated every second of it, but it is the definition of a fan fiction. So it's like, I would give it a 5 as a fan fiction, but a 0 as an overall enjoyment.
See,
I mean, not that dramatically, but for example,
yeah. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed part of it, like just because of how absurd it was. Like, they didn't hold back at all. Like, this author did not question like the logistics, the reality, nothing, and it just went for it.
Yeah, which, okay, to be completely serious, it was just all like the lovey-dovey, overly like positive writing that bothered me, and like the idea of like car births. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like it was fun how uncomfortable it was making me, if that makes any sense.
It was for me too. I actually, unlike Slave, I actually enjoyed the uncomfortableness of it.
That one, okay, re-listening to that one was funny because I remember the exact like feeling of discomfort and like strangeness that I had while reading that fan fiction. It wasn't close to, like, this wasn't close to that.
Right.
This was very, and it's also because this is the 60th episode, so like we're pretty used to this kind of stuff at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just say like overall what we liked about it, not necessarily give it like a rating.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun, a grand old time, you know. It was I just wish the lightning was in it more.
I know. I thought Lightning and Carmen would go to meet.
Like, I didn't even have time to like find my inner Owen Wilson. Like,
yeah. Well, hey, now you have time to prep because this definitely isn't going to be the only Cars fan fiction we're going to read on this podcast. So
create feelings in others that they themselves cannot understand.
Practice with that line.
That's the one where I fell apart, though.
He's like, what? He doesn't say that. He never says that. What?
He says the top one, float like a Cadillac, sting like
right.
a Beamer. He says that, but he doesn't say the bottom one unless there's like a secret deleted scene or something.
But we've been going on for a long time. It's time to stop.
It's time to
stop.
Join us next week for another chapter of whatever I'm reading, Sonic Riders Many Years Later. What will Wave get out of Tails' dungeon? Will Tails do things we don't like to talk about?
Oh my God,
Remember, it was rated M, just in case.
Oh yeah.
We already got to the swearing, so they already stopped holding back in that department. But we'll find out what happens. Anyway, it's your episode. Take it away.
Thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, you are truly God's strongest soldier. Thank you so much for listening again. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.